Watch them run away. Watch our rampaging armies here. Got the giants coming in. Good morning everyone and welcome back. For anyone new, I play games for the storytelling and challenge, which generally means taking my time, trying to stay thematic, and avoiding exploits. If you prefer min-maxing or speeding through content, then my stuff may not be for you, although you're welcome to join us for a while to find out. In Total War Warhammer, that means using some mods to try to make the campaign and battles slower and harder to try to fit the brutal world of Warhammer, and also fighting all but the most lopsided battles manually. There's a link in the description to all the mods we're using and why, and another to the Steam Workshop page where you can subscribe to all these mods with one click. For this campaign, we are playing as Khazrak One-Eye and his Beastmen horde, with aspirations of emerging from the dark forests and tearing down all of the rich cities of the Empire and beyond. Okay, so it is going to take me a minute or two here to remember exactly what strategy it was that we were following. I think at this point we really are in pretty good shape. We're basically just systematically tearing down the cities of the Empire, which is perfect. You know, thematically, that's exactly what we wanted to accomplish. And it's too soon to start thinking about beyond the Empire, but at this point, I feel like the only thing that can probably stop us is to get Cavalier and start putting ourselves in disadvantageous situations. So that's really the only thing that I have. Well, I shouldn't say that's the only thing, but that's the major thing that I just want to kind of keep in the back of my mind while I'm making decisions here about how to proceed. So, on that note, we do have this army here. It's a fairly weak army. It's a decent, level 7 lord. Don't know how strong that warrior priest is. Pretty weak units in there overall. But you combine that on top of the garrison, and it's the kind of thing that I don't want to get too cavalier and just assume that any old army can take it. So we probably are going to, I think this was the strategy that I intended to follow last turn, was to go ahead and lock down Steingart with Madguib here, presuming that this guy can reach, and it looks like he might. It looks like he can just barely get there. Okay, so that's good. The combination of those two should almost certainly be able to take down Steingart. So that puts us back up here. We got Fildorf here. Fildorf is the walled city. Now, this is a part of the... Fildorf is a part of the blood grounds for Averheim? No. It's a part of the blood grounds for... none of them. Wait a minute. Really? Yeah, okay, or maybe Nuln? No? Okay, so it's not a part of any blood grounds right now. That's good to know. Okay, that is good to know. So, at this point, let's take a look at our settlements here. How long do we have? We got 5 more turns. So we've got in terms of our herdstones, we could spend a little bit more than 2,000 to get them up to 5. It's not a high priority, but it is something that doesn't. There's never any whatever you call these things that happen with each full moon that reduces that. So while we're waiting or looking for other ways to efficiently spend our dread, that is one way that never gets any more efficient. So that's something we may want to do if it just looks like we're getting up close to 2,000. But we're not there yet, so we'll worry about that down the road. We got our war herd revealed, which is... that's troubling to me because Khazrak should be over 100%, and he shouldn't be. There's no hero around. He shouldn't get pulled out of ambush stance. Anyway, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world, but I just kind of feel like his ambush should be better than that. Anyway, we have increased campaign movement range, which is huge. We recruited our giant finally, which is what's allowing us to finally move this army, I should say. And then we have the raiding of Ockendorf, of course, which, we'll get there. We'll get there. Give us time. Give us time, game. And, of course, these are the ogres, which they're not a priority target right now. And then Averheim got a plague, which is the Plague of the Crow. It's a little bit, it's useless for us. It's a non-event as far as we're concerned. Okay, our herdstones, none of them are being threatened, I don't believe. We've got, let's go through them here in order. We got Karaberg, which is recovering from the last attack, but so are the enemies near them. They're completely unoccupied and undefended by any supplemental armies, but they've got a strong enough garrison that they can hold their own, which has been proven several times. We've got Averheim, which at this point, garrison's looking pretty strong. Nothing threatening it. No real reason to be concerned about that one. We've got Nuln, same thing. Only 16, that's interesting. I guess it's because of the choice of these things that we made. And that's, so is that all we have? Just 1, 2, 3. I was thinking we had 4. Huh, okay, well, fine. We have 3 then. Alright, so now back to here. Khazrak. We need you to replenish. We need We need to start getting Minotaurs into this army. Between the two of you, though, with no additional armies, I think we'll go ahead and attack Fildor, or at least we'll lay siege to it. But let's go ahead and take care of this one first. So, if we do this, if we lay siege here, encircle, Pyrrhic victory, if we were to fight this with just this one army, we would, I should have taken a look to see what we would lose, but it doesn't matter because we're not going to fight it with one army. Now we're going to use the beast paths with you, and we can get you all the way in here. Looks like. Okay. No ranks gained for any of our characters over the intern. That's interesting. Okay, so now the combination of the two of you. No longer a Pyrrhic victory. We would not lose any units if we were to do it. And it is going to be a field battle, I presume. It is indeed. Okay, so our front line, pardon the little bit of a yawn there. It's close to midnight here. Okay. Yeah, our front line is, it's a bunch of not particularly great units against a lot of decent but not particularly great units. They have plenty of them between their two armies, and they will of course start out already consolidated. So it's just going to be a great big mash, not mash up. I don't want to imply that it's a blob. It's going to be a great big front line battle, but where we have the very clear advantage is we have a lot more units that we can use to flank with. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I think what we'll do here is... Oh, look at that. That's an interesting formation that he has decided upon. Okay, so what are we looking at? 2.5 minutes for him. Let's set up here. I think what I want to do is I want the spears on the flanks. Then we'll just do this. We'll just alternate these. Like so. Boom. That works for me. That's a nice symmetrical line there. We're going to make that 3. We're going to lock it. There we go. It's locked. Okay. Now we want you and you kind of in the middle, providing leadership. We want you guys all on this side because we're going to get more coming in. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for our reinforcements to come in. There's no reason not to. Again, we just don't want to be cavalier about things. Let's go ahead and hide our cav over here. So that's 5, and then we'll get you guys kind of... You're our reserve line. You guys, you harpies, you're my 6. My flying unit. I tend to do cav on 5. I should say land cav on 5 and air cav flyers on 6. Let's go ahead and start the battle. Let's go ahead and speed things up. If they come at us, they're not going to. Okay, so that's fine with me. That gives us plenty of time for the second army to come in and for our power reserves to start to accumulate here. Little bit boring here while we're waiting for this. So let's go ahead and start moving forward. I don't think they'll react at all to this, so it's safe. Okay, here they come. Let me slow it down long enough to take this army. Wait for them all to come in. There we go. I think that's going to be all of them. And we're going to kind of get them... No, that's not going to work. That's way ugly. Okay, let's get all of them then in a... in a better formation here. Let's go ahead and get their front line here, like so. Supported by these two behind them. Okay, now we got more land cav. So you guys go ahead and join these land cav over there. You and you can join the air cav. And I don't see any reason to not just go ahead and keep them all together over here. You and you are all also additional land cav. So again, we're getting you over here. Okay, now I can oh, wait a minute. No, I got some lords and I got some characters here to deal with. So let's go ahead and get... I'm going to speed things up here. So, you guys right here, if these are on 3, I'm going to put you all on 4. And let's go ahead and get Mad Gweeb and the... No, not Mad Gweeb. We want... Let's go ahead and get this Wargore over here with them. And now the Giants. What do we want to do with the Giants? I think the Giants will... We'll get the Giants over here as well. Okay, everything's sped up. Alright, so let's get you over here. And our Bray Shaman. Let's get you in here. Okay. Alright, now they're reacting. Let's just give our formation... Oh, okay. Alright, slow it down. Slow it down. Because we need all you guys now to go ahead and move forward. Like so. Let's keep an eye and make sure they don't get us in ranged attack. Ranged attack range. Missile weapon range. I think we're okay. I think we're safe from missile attacks for the time being. Just kind of methodical. You want to be methodical when you have the advantage. There's just no reason to take risks. Okay, so here in a moment we're going to be able to go ahead and launch our attack. Swing our flankers around. Use our speed units to our advantage. And just overwhelm them. That's the basic plan. Sort of a hammer and anvil sort of a strategy. Oh, I forgot about my Minotaurs. We need you guys to get in here as well. Let's go ahead and run you, because you got some catching up to do. The Giants, where are you guys at? Okay, so we're looking good here. Let's go ahead and take our 4 and move them to here, supported by you guys, like so. You guys can move up a bit more. Speed up. Okay, they're reacting again. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and get... Let's get 3 charging in. Let's get 6 over on the side. Let's get 5 around into the woods, maybe. And then let's get 4 charging in over here. Let's get the giant. Let's get you guys where you can kind of start hitting in reserve. You guys kind of from behind. Where's our other... We need all of our raiders together here. You 3 start moving in behind as well. Okay, you guys... Alright, let's just start getting everybody up in support. You guys go ahead and hit them, that's good. You guys go ahead and hit the swordsman there. No, actually you can hit these, those flagellants, that's good. So 4 over here. You should be locked. We want you to attack like so. They got the spearmen on the side, which is, you know, it's the smart thing for them to do. We need to try to work around behind. Okay, let's go ahead and get you in the fight. No, actually, let's go ahead and get you around where you can use your fireball first. You go ahead and get into the fight. Bray Shaman, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. Let's go ahead and drop. That's not really ideal, is it? Let's use the Fate of Buna on some crossbowmen back there. That's good. Okay, time to go ahead and hit them from behind. These guys now, you fall back. You hit them. You guys have now gotten around behind. That's good. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some of you headed here. Some of you headed here. Alright, where are we taking damage now? That's we need to get you up into the fight. Charge. You guys back. Let's go ahead and get you... Oh, fireball. I wanted to fireball. Let's go ahead and launch a fireball here. Hurry up. Before the dogs get hit. Okay. Fine. You guys... Let's go ahead and take... We need to hurry up and get our best units into the fight. My goodness, what am I doing? Alright, you guys... Yeah, those flagellants are doing pretty good work. Free Company Militia there. Those are good targets for our raiders. You go ahead and hit them. You just stay on them. That's fine. How are we doing here? Running all of their ranged units off the map. That's what we want. Let's go ahead and get in there. Should be winning. What are you? Oh, yeah, you're the... That's good. It's all good. Let's get you guys moving up this way. You can go ahead and hit them from behind, or actually get you right in the middle there. You guys start hitting... I think enough units here should be able to wipe out their spearmen from behind. You're running them off the map. That's good. Okay, what are we looking at here? Here's a... It's just really now the heroes. Let's go ahead and just start doing what we can. Oh, there's one right there. Let's, where's those? Boom, let's hit that Lord. This Lord ought to be just about wasted. Taking pretty good damage there. Okay, now you can go ahead. Okay, they're shattered. They're shattered. Let's go ahead and watch them run away. Watch our rampaging armies here. Got the giants coming in. Alright. It's got to just be their flagellants at this point, right? Yeah, everything. Okay, well, one thing we definitely want to do is we want to make sure we've killed the characters. I think we already got the Lord at this point. So it's all of you guys, not you. All of you guys on him. And let's speed this up. Okay, very good. Let's go ahead and end the battle. Oh! You gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's disappointing. I let their lord get away. I went into the mode without the interface and didn't bother to watch what happened to him, assuming that we had him taken care of. Well, that'll learn me. It's not a big deal. It's just a loss of a little bit of gold, and I'm going to assume a little bit of experience as well, but not the end of the world. Okay. Alright. Pretty sure this was inside of Bloodgrounds, so we're not going to be raising a herdstone here. We're going to loot and raise for the money. Boom. Nice job, Bad Dweeb. You can't move anymore. We could perform a ritual here now. We've got the ritual already completed in our other herdstones. We're at 16 if we were to do that ritual, but what we really want, I think, is 24, right? Because we want to get to 150, yeah. So the question is, do we have a path to 24 from just this one herdstone? And the answer is really sort of a no, because we don't have any strong desire to go to war with Belegar right now. I don't think we'll take care of him in time. Although these dwarves are really not, they're not looking real great. Spirits of the forest, but they are at war with the ogres. How strong are the ogres, speaking of which? Actually, pretty strong. Pretty strong there. So we want to take the ogres seriously. Okay, good to know. Glad I checked that. So the Empire, they're really struggling right now. They're down to 13 settlements, which seems like a lot, but their armies are scattered. There's really very little they can do to stop us from sort of like our own version of island hopping from the U.S. Pacific campaign. We're just jumping from one strategic point to the next at this point, slowly taking them out. So again, back to our decision to make right here. If we go and do this ritual, that then frees up. Gosh, where's the rest of Balthazar's territory? Let me zoom way out here. So Balthazar, I can't even really see him. How did I lose track of? So here's New Solent. Could they have expanded down this way? They have. They've got territory up here. Interesting. Isleheart. Okay, that's an odd twist of fate, but that's fine. So again, let me just double check this here. Reichland has what, 7, and New Solent has 6. Okay. I don't know. But at this point, we've actually kind of wrecked the Empire even more than I realized. kind of almost all of the contiguous parts of the Empire have been dealt with at this point. Obviously, we got a little bit more to do over here. They may or may not have any armies over here. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, more up here. Okay, alright, so this is good. This is good. This is really... And then, of course, Altdorf. Yeah. Altdorf is going to be the last stage at this point. It's not maybe ideal. Would have been fun to have had a bigger battle with Altdorf, but we never really had a good opportunity to do it, I don't think. Okay. Let's go ahead and do our skill ups, and then we'll go ahead and attack Fildorf, and then we'll decide what we're going to do, if we want to keep all of our armies moving together, or if we want to start splitting them up. I think we're going to split them up. We can do more damage that way. Oh, there's Fort Saul down here, so we got another one here, and this is a strong garrison. Okay, so that's a very low priority target for us. I think that's just one of those one of those mountain pass fortresses. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and level up you. Now you get... You've locked all the others. So you've got the Unrelenting Warherd, which just augments everybody, okay? So even though you're a Gorbel, you don't have anything special to do with Minotaur units, okay? That's fine. So we'll give you Shadowhide. We want the missile resistance at this point. We have no magic items or ancillaries. Okay. You are a Wargore. What have we done so far with you? Very, very little. Just the Primal Instincts. We'll give you Deadly Blade. Okay, so that's it for this army. However... yeah, and you can't move anymore, so you're fine. You're fine. Okay, now... Madgweeb, you can still move. We may as well raid or go into Hidden Encampment Stance. If we went into Hidden Encampment Stance, could you... No, you can't really do anything important, so we're going to raid for the extra Winds of Magic, and literally that's it, because... we're not getting any income out of raiding this region, obviously. Let's go ahead and spend our points here. So, we have Hatred of Man, I suppose. We'll do Hatred of Man, why not? We still have decisions to make up here, but we'll worry about that later. We've got... another Wargore here. Obviously, we want to give you Primal Instincts and Deadly Blade. Okay, so that's it for that army. And let's go ahead and move you... No, we want to keep you just close. We want to keep these two armies close enough together, I think. So let's go ahead now. Take a look at Khazrak. I don't want you taking major casualties because we need you healing up. So I think what we'll do is we'll lay siege and burn it down for a turn, rather than hurling ourselves at the wall. Interesting. Interesting here. Okay, so he's in March stance. Hidden encampment. How far can you get? First of all, if I put you into an encampment stance and wanted to recruit, now I want you looking weak, because I would like this army of Balthazar to try to attack you. So how far do we think he can move? Maybe up to about here? How far can... You can move to here or so. Can we get you at 100% here? Is this going to be 100%? That's 100%. I don't actually know if Fildorf, without any armies or heroes around, if Fildorf is still going to be able to pull Khazrak out of ambush stance. It's an interesting question, but in the meantime, what we're going to do then is we're going to move you to here and see if Balthazar takes the bait. I don't see why not. This Fildorf isn't going anywhere. We got more armies that we can always lay siege to it next turn, and we found Balthazar's capital. Of course, I should have been looking for this all along. I'm not so familiar with the geography of the empire that I remembered exactly what was down here. Okay. All right. This would be a nice little fun battle if he does come up here and attack us. Okay, so building upgrade available with Khazrak. What could we do with you? We're at tier 5, yes. Yeah, I think this is going to be worth doing. An extra 50 per turn. Cacophonous Assault's effects last longer, and also remove enemy charge defense attributes for the duration. What is... When attacking, applies temporary penalties to the enemy army's leadership and melee defense at the start of battle. That's nice. And this makes it last longer, but we don't know exactly how long. Okay. Then we've got... This is not bad. It's probably just not the priority right now with the limited money that we have. Are there any other military recruitment buildings here that we want to prioritize? Not in Khazrak's army. At least not for now. Would be nice maybe to get some of these other buildings built here. We've got weapons. This is touched by the moon. I'm never really effective when I try to use this. I'll take it eventually, but it's not a priority. And then we got vile entropy here, which is depleting ammunition and reducing range. That's certainly a useful enough hex, but again, it's probably not a super high priority. All right. So this is the priority right now. Boom. Okay. I'm liking how this is all going. Research available. The strong survive is dread gain from battles. Yes, let's take that. More dread is always a good thing. We still haven't done turn 59. We still haven't done Khazrak's first quest battle yet. I don't even remember what he gets for it. So where is it? This one right here, the Dark Mail. We got two of them, Dark Mail and Scourge. So if we take a look here at our the enemy, that's a strong enough enemy, and well, the fact this is not very strong looking, but the reinforcements expected, of course, makes it much stronger. The Dark Mail, this would be a passive ability. Okay, that's interesting. That's quite nice. I quite like that. And Scourge is another ability here. Also pretty good. Definitely won't say no to those, but in this campaign, it went from being a fight to survive to now being a fight to punish the Empire before they can really regroup. So there's just not ever been any good time to do those. And of course, Khazrak's army has been suffering casualties pretty consistently. All right, let's go ahead and do the last step of the turn here, which is the diplomacy.
Who's next? The second.
Oh, that's right. We're very low, so nobody wants to have anything to do with us. That's fine. Let's go ahead and end our turn. And let's see how the Empire handles their increasingly dire situation. Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, you walked right into that, Balthazar. Now, your army is not nothing. You know, this is still going to be an interesting fight. The question is how to handle waiting for the second army to come in. Do we want him to get away? Not really. Which means our army, well, you know, he's got a decent number of ranged units there that are quite vulnerable. I think we can probably go ahead and just charge right in. We're going to take some serious damage, but I think if we're smart about this, we can destroy this portion of the army and maybe fight a little bit of delaying action with these guys to stop all them from you know what, we'd better strengthen that force a little bit here. Let's get all four of you. You guys are my 3. Do we have enough units here between everybody else? It looks like we do. Let's get our spears definite. Come on, guys. There we go. That's better. Let's get our spears on them, on the cav there. You as well. Okay. And then all the rest of... Oh, we got... These are better spears. Wait a minute. Let me do this again. We're just going to have to overlap for starters. That's fine. It's not a big deal. We want you two to be attacking their cav if at all possible. You 4 here. Why is that 5? Because I can't count. That's why it's 5. Okay, so we're gonna get all of you are on 4. We're gonna lock you. We're gonna charge in on these ranged units here. We're gonna use our 3 as blockers to... What's in the middle here? What units does he have there? Archers. They're just archers, aren't they? Think so. Okay. Khazrak. Here's the question. What do we want to do about Balthazar? I don't want Khazrak to just get himself into a whole lot of trouble, which is going to happen if I just put Khazrak up here. But I do want to also, at the same time, I want to eliminate... Balthazar. I want to kill him in this fight. Let's go ahead and get you... Let's get 2 of you on this side. And then 2 of you over here. That's fine. Okay. We want our doggos here to also help hit. Okay. I'm gonna risk this with Khazrak and our Bray Shaman. We're faster than them. We can outrun his halberdiers and greatswords if they make a move directly towards us. But I'm kind of hoping that they'll move towards our what look like relatively undefended, vulnerable raiders, and we're going to pull the raiders back. And we're going to get all of his melee infantry basically in a wild goose chase. That's think that's my goal. I think that's the goal. So let's go ahead and get ready, I think, with you guys first. Okay, so we got... Start battle, you get in there. 4, you guys attack them. You get in on them. You get in on them. You get in on them. Okay, you get in on them as well. Alright, now we've got... Okay, they are indeed. They're wild goose chasing. That's what we wanted. Where did Balthazar go? Okay, we want to hit Balthazar with a Spirit Leech. We want Khazrak here. Okay. I meant to get you guys back. Run away if you can. If we lose some of them, that's fine. Okay, get on him. Go ahead and do what you do, Khazrak. Okay, you guys now, you can shoot them a little bit longer. Right here, you guys are successfully running away. That's perfect. Okay, how are we doing on the Cav back here? I told you to get on them, please. I realize that's a tall order for you. Okay, let's get you guys over here now. Okay, go ahead and you're never going to catch up to them, so that's fine. Let's get you guys shooting at them. How are we doing here? Kind of got you caught. Khazrak, how you doing here, buddy? Oh, you got caught up in halberdiers. Where's Balthazar at? I totally lost track of Balthazar. Okay, get in on them. No, actually, go ahead and get in on them. That's fine. Mr. Bray Shaman, you've done good work there. You guys just go ahead and wipe them out. Get on them. Okay, you guys... Oh, I kind of screwed that up. I forgot to give secondary attack orders for them. Okay, how we looking here? We got... Oh, those are Outriders. They're just firing at us. Let's get them shooting at these guys. That's a fairly expendable unit. Everybody else... We want our Raiders shooting at them. Khazrak, let's get you around here. How we doing back here? Wiping them out, that's good. You know what, you guys go ahead and get up here where you can hit them. You go ahead and drop a boom. And our reinforcements have arrived. So that's good. Where are the reinforcements? Way too far away to do anything. Run you up this way. Okay, let's get you. You're getting shot up pretty good. Let's go ahead and get Khazrak. Let's get you guys now attacking his archers here. Oh, they're huntsmen. That's why they were... I was thinking they were archer units, but they're huntsmen. That's why they were invisible. You can go ahead and do a... boom. That's going to get these guys in trouble, probably. You guys are shooting at the great swords there, I hope. How we doing there? Some decent work there. Okay, you guys are already... Okay. Alright, think that's going to be just about it. The end of things. Let's go ahead and watch their huntsmen run away. You love to see it. Love to see it. Okay. How we doing? Are there any units that we just want to keep worrying about until they're wiped out? I don't think so. At this point, I'm sure something survived enough that the army is not going to be destroyed. Which is fine. We'll just fight another battle. Oh, we did. Okay, so we took care of Balthazar. Yeah, you get him into melee combat, and he probably doesn't last real long. And of course, Khazrak's pretty strong at this point. Okay, so that pretty much could not have worked out any better. He's got only a couple of units left, and those that are quite depleted. We took pretty minimal casualties. We took fewer casualties than I expected, quite frankly. Bestial Rage, maybe. 1100 favor. I'm going to take the Bestial Rage. Okay, yeah, I'm sure he's panicking now. His army was able to get further away and within the garrison range of a pretty strong garrison, so that's unfortunate. We're at the part of the campaign that I always really enjoy, which is it's kind of the freshest in our minds of we've come a long way from the early days where we were literally fighting for survival. We had no herd stones, and our single army had to keep hiding from all of the Empire armies that were hunting us down. But the worm has certainly turned. Okay, so and we're this is still the part of the game though where we can just take a lot of satisfaction in all that we've accomplished, and like I said, where we've come a long way, but we're not yet to the part of the game that can sometimes start to feel tedious. Okay, so this is something to pay attention to. They've now got themselves a full stack. Our garrison is pretty well healed up, so at some point Karl Franz is going to come back into the campaign, though, probably replace Maternus Braun, or maybe the other army that's doing some recruiting over here. And anyway, they're probably going to make another attack on Karaberg at some point, but the question is whether we even really care. Peace negotiated between the dwarves and the ogres. That's interesting. And then, of course, the decisive victory. Got a few ranks there. Got a little bit of equipment. That's good. We have a little bit of time to do this turn, but we're not going to have enough time, unfortunately, to do the Battle of Fildorf, I don't believe. So here's the issue now. This is a very weak settlement, but it's not the priority. The priority's got to be Fildorf, I believe. Can you reach? You can reach the battle, but you can't reach enough to actually be the one to lay siege. It's going to have to be Khazrak. The question is, will Khazrak continue to get casualty replenishment while he's sieging? I guess we're going to find out because... Well, let me do this first. Let me just do the skill ups and the... what's the magic item that we got here? Pigeon Plucker Pendant. Not super high priority right now. Shard of the Herd Stone. Actually, that's pretty good. We want... I think we want you to have that. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Alright. And the Talisman, we might as well give you that as well. Okay. Alright. Our ancillaries, everything that can be assigned is, I believe. Okay, so now back to the ranks here. We've got Mad Gweeb, got himself a skill up. We want to do... What's the Banquet of Flesh? Speed and charge bonus. And then that will unlock stuff that we want. The question is whether we want to continue prioritizing this line over these others. This is weapon strength plus 10% for everybody. I think I want to do this. We're going to go all in on offense with Mad Gweeb. Yeah. Because we're beastmen, you know? Beastmen are all about offense. Okay. So then, where's our next level up? Right here. Mr. Doombull. Okay, but now is when we decide. This is a ward save. This is a causes terror. I definitely probably prefer the ward save. This is a melee attack bonus. This is a melee defense bonus for the... I'm going to go bullish metal, mostly because I like the ward save on the Lord himself here. Okay. So, let's go ahead and lay siege with... Let's lay siege with Khazrak. Pyrrhic victory, if we just were to assault it right now, that's interesting. But we'd lose half of our army, so obviously we're not going to do that. We'll go ahead and build a few of these. Continue the siege. Now, I might still attack this turn. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to get everybody in to position to help out, of course. You can get there. Okay, so you're still replenishing, you are still replenishing, and so are you. So that's good. That's very good. Now, we've got you. You're a strong enough army that I feel like I could move you around on your own. I don't need you to be coordinated with a second army. So what would be a good use for you? I think maybe... I'm not really seeing any targets over this way, so I guess you might as well move in this direction as well. Why not? Let's go ahead and get your... You're not going to be able to reach the battle, but you can at least get some winds of magic. That's if we don't fight this turn. If we do fight this turn, then I'm going to have to remember to turn him off of raiding stance. Okay. Meanwhile, we can't recruit any more heroes or lords. We don't have the money, or we do, but it's not a good use of the money to be building any buildings. Oh, no, we do have 4 herdstones. We have 2 Grinstadts. There's Grinstadts and Averheim are both in the same province. That's what I was confused about before. Okay. Alright, that's good. Well, we're coming up on an hour. We got a battle here. This is the next thing to do, and that battle is going to take a little bit of time. So we're going to have to push that back into the next episode. But this was pretty action-packed and, you know, not really the most intense of battles that we've had in this campaign, but we had another major victory over Balthazar. Balthazar's off the map for another 10 turns or 8 turns or 6 turns or whatever it is. So that's good. Yeah, I mean, just more of the same at this point. We're methodically, completely destroying the Empire. We're going to basically take down Fildorf. We'll leave 2 armies down here to finish them off down here, and we'll send 2 more armies up and start wiping out all of these guys. There's Marienburg all the way up there. That'll be fun to get all the way up there. And then we'll figure out what's going to be our approach vis-a-vis Altdorf. And yeah, at this point, I don't think there's much that Reichland can do to stop us from getting there in time, as long as we're methodical and smart about it. Okay, well, enough rambling at this point. Thank you all so much for watching. Please, actually, for those of you who are still sticking with the campaign, and I do very much appreciate that, let me know what you'd like to see us turn to as our next target. We're obviously already at war with the ogres, so that's a strong candidate, but it's not our only candidate. Might be fun to start branching out beyond the Empire into other directions. We got Draika up here, who is, kind of effed up the Northern Empire pretty badly. We've got the Fecundites up there, who are just sort of doing their thing. We've got the world is Khazrak's oyster at this point. We could really move in any direction. So if you have any strong preferences, any good ideas, something that would be thematic, make our way towards Cathay, maybe. Wouldn't that be interesting? Anyway, let me know in the comments. So once more, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode.